Okay, it's ready to go live. I'm gonna stop the screen share, and I will send you a link. I will send you a link to this web page.
Okay.
Okay, so video live. Here it is. Share, copy. All right, it's open to public, so I just send you a link to the video.
Okay. It may take a minute for us to get it.
Mm-hmm.
There it is. I got it.
All right. So I guess I will stop talking, and if you can test the kind of like accuracy of the caption from your end, I mean your accent will work a lot better than mine.
All right. So I'm speaking to you from my home in Kensington, Maryland. Let me see what kind.
Okay, let me interrupt Bob a couple times and I'll pretend I'm Rebecca. Wait. I got more. Wait. I got one more thing to say. But wait. I want to thank everybody for coming to the meeting, and I want to thank them all because of all the hard work they do.
And I want to associate myself with you, Frank, and that we're really trying to do a good job on vetting out these captioning encoders.
But
Yeah, I did not enable multi-speaker kind of like setting in the engine, so maybe yeah. What do you think? Kind of like it's not. For me, I think it's so. It's usually great with a single speaker, right? Right.
yeah, but the board meetings never have single speakers because they all talk over each other.
Yeah. I mean, this is pretty accurate.
And they can also do Spanish, French, and that's about it, and English.
Does that come with the license, or do you have to pay extra for that?
No, this is currently our plan is pay per use. So we are paying $10 an hour.
For the foreign language?
No. For it, it's the same price. Sorry.
For any language that you use, it's $10.
That's right. So like I said, not any language. They only have Spanish, English, and French available. They have another service called iCap Translate that I'm testing it out. Basically, it's also AI that's gonna translate from English to Spanish.
Wow, because we're actually getting ready to do a show that we've done this before, that where we have a live show, we're doing it in English, and we also have to bring in translators to do the translation on it. So that's pretty interesting.
Yeah, what iCap Translate, last time I talked to them, that was last week, that in this encoder, they will give you two caption track, right? In SysO8, they will give you a Spanish and English caption track. So it's up to us to decode which language track is going to show up on a TV, right? So on TV, usually, if you are it's really depend on a viewer. Some viewer know how to change the language track. Some viewer they don't, right? The primary closed captioning is gonna be English, and the secondary gonna be Spanish. So people who are watching TV in Spanish would know that they have to choose a Spanish track if it's available. If they don't, then it's up to us to decode the Spanish one and output it in. That's why I use this Livestream Studio that I show
Yeah.
you, that I used to monitor, because we have the ability to choose which track is going to show up, especially for the web.
All right, I'm gonna rejoin the meeting. Where are we?
So what you
All right, so it's getting kind of confusing. Seeing, I mean, I can see the cap. So that's open captioning or closed captioning.
that's open caption right now. I can change it to closed caption if you want. Let me see if closed caption is also available.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to make sure you have the option.
Yes,
You have
I
the
do.
option for doing open and closed captions.
That's correct.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can switch over to closed caption if you want. Let me see. And I will have to wait. Nope, I cannot. Will have to stop this stream. So
That's okay. That's
yeah. So yeah, so using this TerraDeck call, as you can see, I added YouTube for now, right? Then we can add multiple pages from Facebook and other sources too, like Twitch, and then some other linking. Well, now we are talking about adding linking too. So basically, kind of like we offloaded offshore our bandwidth to TerraDeck Core,
right.
and then it allowed us to use one stream. It's allowing us to ingest video from Zoom and other RTMP based switcher, and then caption it inside headend, put it on air, and then for the web source, we put it out a single stream to TerraDeck Core back out. So we have a latency of like 30 to 35 seconds on Facebook, but Facebook also add latency, right? Like 20 seconds. So from there, we added to kind of like Facebook, YouTube, and other source with closed caption. So
Did we lose Frank?
I'm here.
He's here. He's here.
I'm only seeing a Zoom screen here with you in the upper right hand corner.
You can go to both YouTube or the Zoom.
Yeah, I'm on the Zoom. I just didn't see you, Frank. There, now I'm seeing you, but I'm not seeing Arcar.
Maybe
Can't even
let
get back
me
to the Zoom.
let me check the view and let me see what I put it on gallery view, right? Show self view.
All I'm getting is a Zoom background in your picture, Arcar.
Really?
Yeah.
On Zoom?
Yeah.
If you go up in the right hand corner, Bob, there's a little picture of one of us, and there's a little icon that says exit minimize view or something.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I got it. Got it. So how long have you had EEG?
Since 2019 January.
Okay. And you use it just as a caption encoder, basically,
Yes.
because Azure calls into that. Do they get in through IP or that's
IP.
that's IP, right?
Yep.
Yeah. 'Cause we just got a Link electronics encoder
Okay.
about a year and a half ago. We were Evert's phone in up to that.
Mhm.
We finally got IT to give us an open
Okay.
IP address. And so Azure can do the same thing with us. They can get in through IP and they just go right into our link box. And then the link goes into the routing switcher. So your EEG box would go into the link encoder then? Does it,
Nope.
it has,
Nope, because EEG box is all in one. So EEG, unlike Linkin box, it does not require port forwarding, right? Open IP address. So technically, I have tested it in all over campus, actually 5 locations. Because just you and I, we have a lot of similarity, right? ITs really have a thick firewall built in around our
Uh,
security infrastructure. So when we were with Colorado Caption, we always have to request port forwarding whenever we want to take the caption encoder to outside the uh, headend, right? So that was not an easy process. But with this EEG bus, as long as your network connection can access a website, regular website, it can connect to the ICAP network where Azure captioners connect to.
oh,
So that's why I was kind of like saying I would bring it in a bus and see, like how can see that if that's true for MCPS also, right? Because
so,
yep,
so would you need to hook that, would you need to put a local IP address into that one then?
yep. Whatever it
Okay.
is that you are using. If you are using DHCP, then I just put it in DHCP. But if you are using status IP address, then I will need to have a temporarily assigned status IP address along with the DNS kind of like server that you guys are using. But Frank would understand that it's easy to get. You can look up in your computer and see what those values are, and you can easily put it in.
Yeah, we have open IP
Okay,
addresses
all right.
on our little network down in Master Control. We have our own little network down there that's all 10.10.22
Okay,
addresses. We have that whole block.
well, lucky you.
So, yeah.
Love that.
So, so when you bring that over to our place, does that then have to, it doesn't have to interface with our link encoder then?
Nope.
That would just go directly into my routing switcher then?
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So it's an all-in-one box. It
It's all in
captions
one box. That's correct.
and embeds it at the same time.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's all in one box, and then it also have, like I said, it can have multiple captioning services. It can connect to multiple captioning services, right?
Yeah.
Like we can go to Azure, or we can also go with this Lexi ASR captioning, right?
Right.
And then thirdly, I have not received the demo yet, but I'm waiting for it. It can also connect to that ICAP translate, the one I'm saying, like it can translate to English to Spanish.
Right. That's pretty interesting.
It
Yeah.
is. So like on Wednesday morning, preferably if when I bring it over, what we can do is you can run one of regular programming that you will run, right?
Sure.
Then I can kind of enable Lexi, and then we can see how accurate it is. Because right now, whenever I start speaking, accuracy of this, quality went down.
Well, what I'm planning on doing is we have a board meeting that's scheduled for Tuesday.
Okay.
And I'm going to record that. We record that up in our in our studio control while we're doing it. It doesn't have captions on it.
Okay.
We also do a backup recording down in Master Control that has the captioning on it. So what I'd like to do is play that non-captioned file through your box and really kind of get a good feel as to how EEG works in a real life setting of a board meeting.
Yes.
Because the one thing I found out when I tested Enco a couple of years ago, about a year and a half ago, I guess it was, it did great if we're having a conversation. Frank, you and I are just having a plain conversation like this. It did perfect. But when you start doing board meetings where there's a lot of quick talking going on and there's a lot of bouncing back and forth between, it just got lost.
Okay.
I mean, we were not happy with it at all. And that's why I questioned it with Jim, but the more I thought about it, the more I thought about that signal path that Jim was going to do of bringing it back to me. I was very leery of that because I was afraid if if that signal path gets broken, we're in trouble.
I understand. Yeah.
Um, and I at the time I wasn't real happy, but Jim's happy with it. And I didn't want to tie him up.
Mm-hmm.
This is his money, and if he wants to go with that,
Mm-hmm.
so that's why I wanted to spend this time
Mm-hmm.
exploring really different options, and I want to see how the ENCO works
Mm-hmm.
actually with his board meetings. But I also want to see the EEG, and I did find out today that um, Link Electronics, the people that we have our caption encoder with, also makes a box very similar.
Mhm.
It can do automatic within the box itself. It can do captioning within the box, and then that's the one the it's all purchased too. You can't they don't do any leasing. It's all purchased, but it will caption on the fly, real time. And then it also, the 2200 box, which is a little more expensive, you can actually drop a file in it. It has like a wait folder. When it sees a file in there, it'll automatically caption that file to you and leave it like in a out folder for you. So that instead of us having to run it through these caption runs that we would do, where you feed it out of the server, record it back in again with captioning, all that. This box apparently takes those files and captions them somehow. I'm not sure. So I got a demo coming in a couple of weeks on that one. So I'm looking forward to seeing yours. I'm looking forward to seeing that one, and I'm looking forward to see how Enco's possibly upgraded theirs. Now, what was the cost of your EEG, or do you lease it?
I don't lease it. EEG, this encoder I'm using costs $10,000.
$10,000.
$10,000.
Wow.
Yep, it's and this is top of the line encoder because you have an option to connect with multiple source and destination, right?
Yeah.
$10,000, and it have a warranty and support fee of $1,300 a year.
That's nothing. That's nothing.
All right.
Because
And
Link Electronics, theirs was $5,000 for the annual service warranty, and their box was very similar to what Jim's paying. It was like $45,000.
That's expensive.
Yeah.
Well, and then of course with the $10,000 you got two output, one open caption and one closed caption.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't have a separate open caption decoder anymore.
Oh, good. Good.
So yeah, so we have two, one closed caption, one open caption output directly out of EEG Plus. And finally, you mentioned it about the transcript from Link Electronic, right?
Yeah.
Because this one, Lexi, not Lexi, EEG also have a same thing. I have never tested it, but it came free. Let me show you. Let me show you from my end. Let me share the screen. Here it is. So this, I'm gonna go to our caption encoder, right?
Okay.
Just like you, our subnet is 10.255. 72 is my encoder. 75, right? So you manage everything by this web page inside the network, and then there is a setting here that I never tried because most of our PD they are not into it. We can drop a transcript, and then it will do a captioning. Where is that? Oh, here it is.
You could just drop a file in there, right?
Yes. So what they are saying is drop a transcript in text format, and then it will try to sync up, right? I can't guarantee what's the accuracy of that either. So this is it. So because so like I did not know that you were interested in that feature too, because I'm kind of like interested in that too, but unfortunately, production they are more comfortable with live caption at the moment. So so that's it. So Just to recap, I kind of like EEG for kind of like primarily because of function
You're
and
breaking up.
oh, I'm sorry. So I primarily like
Yep.
EEG because can you still hear me?
Loud and clear with me.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
yeah.
Not broken up here.
It said my it was saying my interconnection,
Oh,
my
okay.
internet connection was unstable. So sorry.
It's all right.
Um,
It's just they are cheap.
Who-
That's yep. Not cheap, but affordable.
yeah, I mean that really is. I mean, 10,000. That's like a quarter of the price of what Link Electronics
Mhm.
gave me for their basic unit. Now, does that 10,000 also enables you to use the Lexi captioning, the
Nope.
cloud captioning as well, right?
Yes, you have
Oh, it
access to
doesn't.
Lexi,
Okay.
but you have to pay additional for the cloud Lexi,
Okay.
right?
How much extra is
Oh,
that?
currently, I'm buying like a 2,000 hour block. For 2,000 hour block, I'm paying $10 an hour.
Okay.
And then
2,000.
yeah, let me bring up the pricing sheet. So I will forward it.
Oh, you just bring it over with you on Wednesday
Okay,
when
all
you,
right, I will.
when you
I
come
will.
over. So the EEG box that you have, that's $10,000, but you have to have a captioner calling into that box.
That's right.
It will not do automatic
Nope.
captioning. In order to do that, you gotta do another tier
Mm-hmm.
that would allow you to use the Lexi
That's right.
cloud service for it, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
And that you buy so many hours, is that what you're saying, every year?
Well, currently we are still using that 2000. Currently, I'm still on trial because I couldn't. Because no, we are using 2,000 hour block. The way they sell it is that like you pay, for example, the lowest is $500 a month. For $500 a month, you can use I don't know how many hours for free you can use. Maybe I'm a little bit fuzzy on it, but the way they work it, they have a block of hours that you can purchase, right? So you
Okay.
pay $500, you got maybe 15 hours. Then you pay $2,000, and you got 2,000 hour. No, $1,000, and you got 2,000 hour, and then anything over that, it would be $10 an hour, like that.
Okay.
They also sell local ASR box. They call it Lexi Local. That's 24/7, and but it have an annual how do we call it? Annual subscription of $25,000 a year.
25 a
Yep.
year. Okay. So that's similar, I guess, to what the Link is, because the Link you don't need it. You don't need the captioner. It's doing it. It's doing it within the box.
Mm-hmm.
So that's doing the same thing basically. It's captioned within a box, and then it would probably hook up to your captioning to your EEG encoder or whatever, or is it just a separate box that would do the whole thing?
It says no. It have to two boxes have to work together. So if you are
Yeah.
interested in Lexi, local Lexi, right? I should say
Yeah.
local. You still have to get a caption encoder, but it could be a cheap caption encoder, something that will cost like $4,000 to $5,000. And then you have to get a Lexi box, and it's a lease box, so you have to pay $25,000 a year for unlimited.
Okay.
You can have multiple encoder in there, but you can only use one at a time, right?
Okay.
So so that's the Lexi Local. For us, we never had an incentive to use a local Lexi box because we don't do 24/7 unlimited, right?
Right. Right.
So the cloud model works better for us because annually we're spending around $2,000 to $3,000 a year on the
That's
Lexi
it.
cloud. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Because our kind of like live captioning needs are like 200 to 150 hours a year, right? It's not that much.
Oh,
That-
you're not, so yeah, you're not doing as much as we are because
No.
we average probably 30 hours a month
Mhm.
in captioning. So, um,
Even if you're using 30 hours a month, I would not go with that $25,000 a year.
no, it wouldn't be worth it. It would be better to just use the cloud,
Yeah,
purchase time in the cloud.
that's right.
Yeah.
And best thing about cloud is, Bob, now we are start integrating in our Zoom meeting.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can use the same engine to patch it through the Zoom meeting instead of getting Azure to join in as a closed caption encoder, closed caption.
Yeah.
Caption.
We used to do it that way,
Mm.
but the problem was they would be in the meeting,
Mhm.
and then it would go downstairs to master control, and it would go fine out to YouTube. But in
Mhm.
order to get it to pass out onto the channel, we that closed caption didn't pass through to the TV,
Oh,
and we
I
ended
see.
up having to run it through like a YouTube channel,
Mhm.
and then put an open caption up on the air. I mean, it was very convoluted. So we figured that was the easier way to do it, was to have them just run
Mhm.
run the Zoom meeting straight downstairs and then caption it, and then from downstairs we can send it out to our
I
web
agree.
channel. We can
That's-
send
that's
it out
much
to the
more-
TV
Yeah.
and the YouTube channel. And the YouTube, you just tell it it's got already third-party embedded captions coming in on it,
Mhm.
and you don't have to worry about the YouTube recaptioning it then for you. So it sounds like with the EEG, it's actually cheaper to buy the box that you have,
Mhm.
and then subscribe to the Lexi Cloud service. Just get however many hours we think we need a year,
Mhm.
and then use that in place of Azure. And then if in the event that we needed Azure for something, they could still
They can.
come into the box then.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, not only that, not only Azure, I also would Colorado captioning, Bitech, and NCI, because there were
Right,
cases
right.
like I couldn't get Azure, so these guys are expensive, but for emergency you can shell out like a few $100s, right?
Right.
And then they join in and then they go work for it. So that's why I'm pretty much like this idea, because it's giving us so much flexibility.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
another thing is that we have like
So-
this. Yep.
Yeah. That would be the way to do it.
Mhm.
That would be the way to do it.
So Bob, what time do you want me to come over on Wednesday?
What do you think, Frank?
10:30. Because we have our meetings at 9.
Okay.
Yeah, we usually have a morning meeting.
Unless we get out of the meeting by saying our car's coming and
Let's just say 10:30.
All right. 10:30, I'll be there. We run the meeting, and I will have to leave by around 2:15 p.m. because
That's fine.
I have live at the at
yeah, it's
3
good with
p.m.
us.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna need that caption and go back.
You got to have it back and installed back in again, right?
Yeah, but that's
Uh,
quite easy. You just unplug it and you just plug it back in.
Yeah. So the best thing to do would be to probably text me when you're on your way over,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll just meet you at the loading dock. On that, as you're facing our building, as you're walking up your driveway to our building,
Right? Yeah.
our loading dock is on the right-hand side of the building.
Okay. All right. I see.
And I could just meet you out there by the loading dock.
Okay. Let me see if I have your phone number, Bob. I don't have your phone number. So, is there a way can you email me your number, please?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
we'll do.
Okay. So 10:30 p.m. then, and then of course, you can still go and watch that replay on YouTube. It's still live. That whenever you talk, it's more accurate than when I talk.
Well, yeah. can only ask so much of it, right?
That's right.
Arkar, I appreciate all the
you.
information this afternoon. I kind of have to apologize for last Thursday because I know you were explaining this, and at the same time we were having trouble with our tightrope system, and I had tightrope service engineers that were trying to connect through TeamViewer into ours to try and look at the logs and things like that, and they don't allow TeamViewer to open. They don't allow TeamViewer to pass through our system. They have it locked down. So I was working with our IT department to open up the ports so that they could get into it. And I'm trying to see what they're doing. I'm trying to listen to what you were saying, what Jim was saying, and everybody else was saying. So I was just getting bits and pieces, and I knew you were talking about an EEG solution, and I was like, okay, well, I haven't gotten everything. So this is very, very helpful today.
Okay.
And and it was a lot more clear now how the EEG system works and how you're utilizing it. And I do look forward to taking a look at it next week and playing a board meeting through it
Right.
to see how a board meeting sounds and how it captions a board meeting. So.
All right. Kind of like it. I mean, that's okay. I mean, I understand that, you were really busy on Thursday, and I was even surprised that you decided to stick around, both of you.
Well, it was an important meeting, so I wanted to make sure I was part of that, and but I wasn't grasping all of it, and so that's why I wanted to get back to you about this, because it did sound like you had a different solution than what Jim was going with, and right now we're open for anything really at this point, different
You have
options.
to try everything and see
Yeah.
what works for you the best, right?
Right. So, all right, man. Appreciate
You
it.
have a great weekend then. Both
Thanks,
of
You
Arkar.
too.
Thank you, Frank. Thank you.
We'll talk
Okay.
to you later.
All right,
We'll see you on
later.
Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'll call you Frank.